from the campus of the University of Oklahoma, where today the Sooners will be cheered by a homecoming crowd. Their spirits not dampened despite the rain as they get ready to welcome the Ole Miss Rebels, who come to Norman for the first time ever. At the end of today, there will be at most 6 teams in the SEC with 1 loss or fewer. Tate Sandell kicks off. Oklahoma won the toss and deferred. They'll get that great defense on the field first. And it's a touchback from Sandell. Rain most of the night and all morning. It's forecast to die down. Caden Lee the catch down the middle. And another strike by Chambliss. He's 12 out of 14 in his first year with the Rebels. And that would have been good from 60. Mateer complete to Jaron Kanak, his tight end. But he has struggled since, understandably so. He runs for the first down. They did not force a punt from Georgia last week. The Bulldogs scored points on all 8 of their possessions in their win against the Rebels. Deep pass and a catch. Isaiah Satania. Gushigan right there all over him.
Perfectly thrown football too, with great outstretched hands by Satania for a big play.
Sandell 12 out of 13 in his first year with Oklahoma. Transfer from UTSA. These are 2 of the best kickers in the country, and they've each made one. 3rd down, 1.5 yards. Lacey, the running back. Chambliss throws, caught. First down. Daquan Wright.
Twice last week, he said we did not do a good enough job as a staff getting our
most in the nation. There's 75 tackles for a loss, also lead the country. Chambliss throws deep and on target again. What a throw to Trey Wallace. 25 yards.
And a great job up front too by Kewan Lacey, picking up the blitzing linebacker Kip Lewis to
breaking free is Lacey. Touchdown. 28 yards.
America, it's Kewan Lacey who gets the handoff. Big hole off the right side. And he gives Ole Miss the 7-point lead.
Took over the calling of the defense. Took it back this season. It's worked very well, at least prior to today. Torrey Blaylock trying to get around the corner. He's out of bounds. Best offense they've played so far is Michigan. They're the only team in the top 70 in the country in total offense the Sooners have played. Much different opposition here today. After the fake to Lacey. Stribbling for a first down. 12-yard gain to the line. Chambliss pressured from behind, gets away from our Mason Thomas, and he got blasted against an Oklahoma defense that was 3rd best in the country behind Ohio State and Texas A&M coming in. Chambliss slips on the wet field, taking the shotgun snap. Tough break for Ole Miss. Ole Miss had surrendered points, all 8 against Georgia last week, and the Sooners kicked the field goal in their opening possession today. Blaylock yanked down by Ricky Fletcher after a gain of 7 all time, including the loss last week at Georgia. Mateer waving receivers around. Here's another bust in the Ole Miss secondary. Satania, who's a track athlete, will not be caught. Touchdown OU. 76 yards, 66 after the catch.
Also had a receiver to the left side that was wide open as well in Kanak. That's just a bust. You have some guys playing man, a couple guys with zone eyes looking at the quarterback, and nobody sees Satania as he breaks across. Leads to a massive play, and it's a great job too by Mateer, hanging in there, allowing the receiver to uncover, throwing him open. It's off to the races. Just very well executed by Oklahoma, taking advantage of a big mistake by Ole Miss's back end.
And they weren't going to get Satania. He went to high school in Fayetteville, Arkansas. On 1st and 10, Lacey rounds the corner. Keywan Lacey, the transfer from Missouri, with a nice first down run. On 2nd and 9, they bring a blitz. Lacey got in the way, knocked down Heineke, but it's still a sack for Marvin Jones Jr.
Great job just keeping eyes in the backfield. You're going to see him just drift off and inside and make the play. They have eyes on him all the way. It's perfectly
on what is now 3rd down and 9. They try to surprise him with a run. Keywan Lacey to the 43.
That's one thing I could do is get guys lined up. Beyond that, not much.
Blaylock in trouble. Taken down to the end zone. A safety. Prince Will Umanmielen for the beleaguered Ole Miss defense. A huge play.
Are the strength, and watch big number 52, Will Eccles. He just mows right across the face of the center. Michaela pushes everything back, and then from the backside, Umanmielen's able to drag him down as well. Just outstanding play up front and relentless pursuit by 2 Rebel defenders. The first half of football games, man, they are a handful on the edges and at defensive tackle, but they got to make sure they can sustain that effort throughout the game.
Free kick from Sandell. Isaiah Hartrip runs a long way with nobody near him for Oklahoma, and he's almost to midfield.
Little things, a couple of penalties lead to really bad field position, lead to a safety, and now the momentum has completely flipped back in favor of the Rebels. With Dad's been a great fit, but getting him back on track is key. Didn't do it last week very well. Can they do it here?
Looked like it might have been a design quarterback draw. He stays on his feet and runs out of bounds with a first down.
And these are called G-Bot plays, and every quarterback has them. You go through them with your offensive coordinator. G-Bot stands for get back on track. The last couple drives, Chambliss not playing very well. Things are moving really quickly for him. What do you feel comfortable doing when maybe things are flying too quickly?
Play clock at 3. Chambliss plenty of time on target. The quick strike to Wallace.
Pressure. He drops the defensive end off the right-hand side. Trinidad has to.
Chambliss looking down the middle. Nifty movement through a crowded pocket. On his feet inside the 5. First down. I think they got a little too creative and tricky for their own good there. Here's Carnero from 22. That's a gimme for him, and it's 15-10. It was Joe Judge, the former New York Giants head coach, coaching up Chambliss on the sideline. Mateer running out of time, throws in a beauty to Deion Burks for an Oklahoma first down.
And Mateer does such a great job throwing on the move, and that was a very patient route by Deion Burks. That route took a long time to develop. He gets deep enough. The throw is.
He goes under center. They shifted the strength of the formation to their right. Mateer rolls out. He's in trouble. And he is down in the arms of Prince Will Umanmielen.
As Umanmielen sees it, fights through some traffic, and there's really nowhere for John Mateer to go. It's really well defended by Ole Miss's defense. They really had a great job with pursuit of the quarterback, but there was also nobody open downfield. Great job by Lane Kiffin's defense.
And a smart move by Mateer. It looked like at the last minute he was going to try to unload it. That could have been disastrous. Chambliss back in at quarterback. Lacey, the running back. Low throw and down to a knee to catch it. Deuce Alexander for a 4-yard pickup. On the left hip of Chambliss. Quick pass. First down. Harrison Wallace III, better known as Trey, every Saturday. Trinidad Chambliss on 2nd and 13. Caught! Caden Lee inside the 10. Wallace, Alexander, all talented wide receiver transfers.
And this is a great throw a moment ago. You could see the defender on the outside, Bowen, whose eyes are in the backfield. This ball had to be on time and accurate, or else that corner from the outside in could easily have made a possible play on that ball, but it's perfectly thrown and executed.
Looks like it's going to be a direct snap to Lacey. It is. is, and it's a walk-in touchdown. Lane Kiffin a little happier with the way that drive ended. And he did.
And I love the way these two defensive tackles, Jamarius Brown and Will Eccles, look how they attack the outside shoulder of the defenders. Oftentimes you put defensive tackles in the game, they just want to run and hit somebody hard. They're so excited to be on offense that the technique just goes completely sideways. But in this particular case, they attack that outside shoulder, capture the edge.
12 on third down. They send Wallace a little bit wider outside the numbers to the right. And a diving catch made by Lee, but he's short of the first down. Javani Gibson went in motion under duress. Mateer sidestepped the rush, but he cannot escape. Prince Will Umanmiyelen's had an enormous day for Pete Golding.
You have 1, 2, 3 with Umanmielen coming off the edge. And then you have Centarian Perkins, who's in spy coverage the whole way. He forces it back in.
What a day for Umanmielen, the transfer from Nebraska. Tate Sandell. Good from 42. Trinidad Chambliss, just a four-man rush. Well blocked. And it is caught for a first down. Winston Watkins, the true freshman from Fort Myers, Florida.
Really concerned about this pass rush. Understandably, they come in with 26 sacks on the gate. Just one so far today.
Wide open receiver, first down. It's Watkins again. Right.
I mean, look at the yellow line. I mean, that's the easiest throw in the world for the quarterback, and yet the defender, Peyton Bowen, is 15 yards away from.
Chambliss pulls it down, takes off running, and he slips as he tried to cut, and he goes down about 3 yards short of the line to gain. Carter Short, the snapper. Oscar Bird, the holder. Boy, these kickers are so good. Just more than 1 yard per play. The last 5 possessions for Oklahoma. 4 of the 5 have resulted in no yards or a negative. This is going to be a big gainer. Xavier Robinson, touchdown! 65 yards.
Watch Wydett Williams right here. Watch him as he tries to make a play. He just gets lost. I mean, the back is up inside, kind of lost in the mesh. He all of a sudden decides to go too far inside. They lose leverage of the football to the outside. And that's exactly where Robinson gets to for a massive play. In a gotta-have-it moment, it felt like, for Oklahoma to find something offensively. Poor pursuit in the back end defensively from Ole Miss leads to a big play and a much-needed score.
Xavier Robinson, sophomore from Yukon, Oklahoma. That's the big play that's hurt them. Robinson again, and a flag thrown. Linebacker.
And you can see the right hand up there on the face mask of Robinson, twisting his head all the way to the side, and the official on the far side is the one that saw that head turn.
Robinson remains the running back. Mateer faked it to him. Mateer takes off running. John Mateer inside the 15. And shoved out of bounds near the 12.
Their damage in the scramble drill on third down, but that's not really where Mateer does it. Third down, he keeps his eyes downfield. First and second, he'll take it with his legs, and this time he does it for another.
Satania went in motion again, dangerously close to heading up the field. Robinson heads to the end zone. Touchdown! Back-to-back scores for Robinson and the lead for OU.
Here on the left side, Ozaida and Fususi, they try to go against Will Eccles, who kind of olays his way out of the hole, tried to go around him to the outside, but him moving just ever so slightly allows for plenty of space up on the interior And that's where Robinson finds it, just poorly defended along the line of scrimmage by Ole Miss, but a great job by the O-line of Oklahoma.
His second career 2 TD game. Corey Blaylock went in motion. Matier throws it in his direction, but low, and the try for 2 fails. The tight end, as if he might go under center. He does not. Chambliss pressured. First down. Harrowing play for Ole Miss. ABC will return after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Chambliss faked it to Lacey, stayed in a block, a wide open receiver. Winston Watkins inside the 20. They line up in the pistol now. We haven't seen much of that today. Play fake to Lacey. Chambliss throws wide open. Touchdown. Trace Bruckler. It's shaping up as a classic here in Norman. They're going for 2. They have Austin Simmons back on the field. And that one is incomplete. Off the hands of Caleb Oldham. He lined up pretty quickly. Matier, look out from behind. He escaped from Uman Mielen, but got back near the line of scrimmage, not quite there.
Again, just right around the left tackle. Pasusi forces Matier. It's a good job by Matier staying up initially, and then nothing's there downfield and rallying.
For Oscar Bird. And a good one with the wind at his back. Isaiah Satania. The ball came out at the end. Rebels think they have it. No word yet from the officials. Yes, it is. Ole Miss ball.
Rolling on the field is a fumble by Oklahoma, recovered by Ole Miss. First down.
Deuce Alexander knocked it out. And Trace Bruckler scored the go-ahead touchdown a moment ago for the fewest in the SEC. They're going for the knockout punch. Chambliss on target. Winston Watkins, what a second half the freshman's had. Out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Lead. Not only does he make all of them, they're almost all straight down the heart. That was just a little left of center. So it's an 8-point game. Oklahoma needs a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. It has all day now. Jaron Kanik, the tight end. Good run after the catch to get them all the way to midfield with a 16-yard pickup. Former linebacker who converted to tight end. 28 to go. Matier knocked back for a loss of 2. Will Venables use a timeout here? It seems he will. 0 for 1 on 4th down. Passive rush. Matier incomplete. Over the head of Giovanni Gibson. Make Oklahoma use the last timeout. Here's Kewan Lacey. And he'll be stopped for a loss. Initial contact from Kendall Daniels. So that was big. It was 2nd down and short. Matier pressured from behind. Got it off to Xavier Robinson down the sideline. Got all that he could. And then got knocked across the boundary at the 38. 21-yard gain, career day for Robinson. They would tilt coverage toward him. Matier scrambling away from Uman Mielen. The ball is free. No whistle yet. The pressure came from Perkins. The Rebels make another huge play on defense and have the football. Matier and the Sooners hoping for one last chance.
It was an incomplete pass. The ball will be at the 46-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Gamecock operator, please reset the game clock to 21 seconds, please.
4th and 2. They do get the first down. Satania to the 45-yard line of Ole Miss. Tom Yellen's at 6 tackles, 2 for a loss. Mateer near the line of scrimmage, throws incomplete behind Gibson. Several players slipping. All receiving group. Mateer steps into the throw. That's not going to reach the end zone, and it's batted down by Wyatt Williams on the last play of the game. Gushigan and his former teammate Mateer congratulate each other. Ole Miss has its first win on the road against a ranked conference opponent under Lane Kiffin.
You want this, you got that. No way, watch them walk right past you. Run fast while you have the chance. Don't speak, let them look right at you.